going to play Kung Fu. So this image is very, very Chinese. So very Chinese image represents the kind of harmonies of the city, the moment. So Shanghai, located in the southeast of China, and then we can see in Shanghai writing the Chinese character, which means up the sea. So in this name of the Chinese character, we can see the Shanghai also, we can see the constellation of the openness as well. So this is the population. We want to put I want to put this image, like we can see the little bit the scale of the city. Shanghai recently have a 24 million of population compared with Seoul, Milano, and Barcelona. We have a special river. It's called Huangpu River, which dividing into two different parts, which is called Pudong and Puxi, which means is the east bank and then the west bank. So this image you can see a little bit clear about the city. But you know, more than 39% of the Shanghai residents are long-term migrants, and then at the moment the major migrants is from, for instance, from Anhui, from Jiangsu province, Henan, and Sichuan. So we can see the rapid population growth in Shanghai in recent years has been driven by the immigrants. So everybody, when Google on Shanghai, you will see the beautiful image, which like we have so many high-rise, which is the Pudong part, like the CBD area. But we also have this part maybe is not very clear. The case I'm going to share is called Dongsi. It's the largest and also the oldest traditional Shikumen residence area building in 1915, I think. So we can see this Shikumen structure, which is very unique structure in Shanghai. And right now, the place, this is the previous life in the Shikumen area. But right now, we can see all the doors like empty, and then all the doors put like this means is Kong, it means empty. So when we enter in this alleyway, we can still see a lot of, actually it's almost empty, we can see this image, but still have some people living here, which the people, they are still bargaining how is the relocation fee of my new house, and then at the same time when they bargain, the process is, you know, the process is very, very long, at least during like 5 years already. So in this kind of uncertainty particular situation, in this empty place, they have the new kind of residents moving, which is the people want to rent this house, which is empty for kind of a temporary period. So yeah, this is the people just moving in during this negotiating time to temporarily. So when we talk about regeneration, we have to consider about the uncertainty. So this uncertainty is also a kind of a very big word during the city transformation. So we're thinking about this question, like how to create a social interaction for the uncertainty space and also give a value for this kind of vacant community. So this project is curated by a group of artists and designers. Actually, we using create a lot of exhibition, installation, and also the performance to kind of occupies the one of the part of the Dongsi Wenli, and to try to trigger the participation process with the local residents, also the temporary residents. So here we can see some performance during the project. So actually during the project, the residents help a lot to create the project, and then also they use this kind of project process. They express a lot how they are feeling, how and then what they want to be in the future. So, and also the people who are moved out to the community also come back to participate in the performance of the project. So this art and design kind of like catalyze the transformation, also the development. So also we can see during the regeneration process, we have to be in the culture leader in the urban transformation or regeneration. So another case I want to share is more related to the neighborhood we're living. So, but this is the top-down kind of project organized by the Shanghai Urban Planning Bureau, which is called Walking in Shanghai. So it's very, very top-down process. But actually recently I participated in one meeting. They actually show this slide, which is called all the process is participated by all the stakeholders together. So I think this is the Shanghai governors also want to kind of start to, because in China we familiar with the very top-down process, but at the moment Shanghai I think taking action of how we can involve a lot of stakeholders, also the general public. So Shanghai, we have 16 districts, and what we are locating now is in F, which is called the Yangpu district. And then the following case I'm going to quick show is the community we are surrounding the school. It's called Siping community. They have over 100,000 people living here, and then 2.75 square meters. And then the main characteristic of this community is one of the biggest Shanghai, the first worker village. So following, we can see some image of the community, the worker village. Let's zoom in to see some. So this is one of the beautiful streets in the community. And then this is some public space during in the community. You know, people bring their own chairs, come to the space, and then people standing to talk. So actually in 2015, we did the initial kind of survey and interview for this community, and then we submitted the kind of design proposal to the local government. And then we luckily had very good positive feedback to continue this project. So we kind of invite all the people to the college, and then the residents going to talk about how kind of public space we have to improve in the community. So we also did a mapping of like the center of the Siping community, how is the situation of the public space. So finally, in 2015, we launched this project called Open Your Space. In 2015, we have a curator. We stay with the local government and and also the stakeholders, public, and then residents. And also we invite a lot of designers, artists come to the community. So, but the context we are dealing with is like a very historical, social, cultural, built environment. So the strategy we're using is like we try to empower the multiple stakeholders for the local change. I think that time was very kind of hard to involve the stakeholders because you know, everybody in China is quite familiar with the top-down system, and then they just say, you guys do it, we don't need to listen to anything, you just do it. We don't need any opinion or like our self-contribution. So, and then we wanted this project to kind of discover, this is normal picture we're taking from the street. So the people is like, okay, the position, like do wherever you do, and then so we want to like discover the potential problem and value of the people's living life, and then also to help them to consider a little bit the quality of the life and also the quality of the space. I'm going to talk about a little bit open space, why we have this name. So talk about open actually is quite difficult in China that time, but maybe 3 or 4 years later it's a little bit better. So open is like we consider physical, cultural, emotional, inclusive, sustainable, connecting, sharing, and interactive. So we basically want this project to deal with the physical space in the social and the cultural way, and also help the kind of change the relationship between the design factor in the Chinese urban context. So we did also a lot of like a co-curation workshop, and this is back actually we had the programming festival. We kind of co-curate with the local tailors. Actually, they make all the bags for the event. And also we document the kind of craftsmen, which they are like living here for 50 years, for doing this repair the shoes. And also they have a very special skill to make this local craftsmen. So we kind of want to collect the more memory of this community. And then we also have the Tongji students involved in the process to mapping, also to find the problem issues for the public space. This is one of the cases we deal with, which is the bicycle parking space. After the interview or the site survey, we found out the space is less parking usage. So, and we also find out in the community we don't have so many playgrounds for the baby, for the children. So actually this is like the first open playground for the community after the project. And then also these 4 kind of vehicles leftover shop, and then we temporary to generate this 4 shop into a temporary community gallery. And also after in 2016 had a lot of kind of public attention for this project, and then we have a lot of artists come to discuss with us. Maybe we can also do some corrective projects. So this is one of the projects actually, as you the previous visit we have seen, we kind of replaced the propaganda war into the community people war. Actually went very well. Let's say in 2 years that this war is still there, but now it's replaced by the propaganda again. So we kind of shoot, we selected 20 or 30 people in the community. They are all migrants. This one is living here for 10 years, and this one just come for 1 year for work in the fruit shop, and this is on the bike repair shop. So another case is the war. Also, we kind of paint together with the residents' babies. Also, we have create a lot of programming during the project. Movie night, create market exhibition in the shop the temporary shop we mentioned before. But I want to say is during that time, I was very surprised we have the group of the residents volunteer come to help the temporary gallery, because this gallery has to open every day. So in that time, we are very struggle who is to look after this gallery. So, but by in the end, we have the group of the residents to come to look after the gallery every day, and also help the visitors to explain what is happening here, and then also help the visitors to leave the message. So we also do some design intervention in the residential common space, which is the first public space when they go out of their home. So this is the picture. Actually, the previous condition has been shot in the corridor actually. So we invite them to the college and then discuss with the student. Actually, we put this project in the environmental graphic course. So with a lot of discussion and participation, and then finally we have one project with the recent year we win the Society of Experiential Graphic Design. We went to the US to pick up the award. Not important the award, but I think the process of the residents participate to generate their common space is a very important process. So the project also, I think, is the kind of interplay between the top-down and the bottom-up actions. So now the projects happen every year in the community. We are organizing every year to dealing with this public space issue. So in 2017 we launched the book, and also we have the article. I think some of them that guests also involved in. This one. So I had a very good impression of this sentence, which Rachel Brockhander said yesterday. If we don't have communication, we don't have community. So actually the communication for the community is very, very important in the Chinese context. So now we are also, because now I'm the coordinator of Tongji DxCC lab, we keep doing the communication with the local residents, want to kind of involve more kind of local voice to the order design process. So I'm thinking the design has been extended so many ways, and also it's not like object point of view, but also to the system, to the mechanism. But all the way we have to in the cooperative making process. Thank you.